Hey, I'm Chef Mark Estee coming to you live from the ZLINE kitchen here at the beautiful showroom. I gotta tell you, this crew that we work with, they're freaking hilarious. They're like, hey Mark, we have an idea. You know, during the holiday season, there's a lot of leftovers being put into play into the refrigerators or what have you. And so all the film staff here who's super talented and they have super delicious leftovers. They brought in leftovers from their home. Okay, so what we're looking at here, you're seeing at the same time I am. I have some tomatoes, I have some shredded carrots, I have some garlic, I have some delicious deli leftover chicken. I know what this is. That's a pasta Primavera. It's got a little meat sauce in there, looks like. This right here, I might just eat this just as it is, as I'm cooking. I know Dan and his wife Kayla brought that in. I'm psyched about that. We have some lettuce, some cheese, some pork chops, a little sour cream, a little brown and served dinner rolls, onion, leek, more mac and cheese. This is a Winco specialty. And then terrific trio, some potatoes, okay? I'm tasked with making an items out of this, a couple dishes for all of us to try. Over here, I brought in what I would say is my pantry, things that I would suggest that you would want to have at home, okay? So things that are in my pantry at almost all times would be some type of tortilla chips, some bread, some pork rinds. I have cream of mushroom soup, cream of chicken soup, some beans, canned tomatoes, jalapenos, a little spinach, bacon, cheese, eggs, tomatoes, jalapenos, some tater tots, kimchi, chicken stock, and some any type of pancake mix. So that's typically what's stocked in my home pantry. As you get into these leftover challenges, as you learn to cook and you have your pantry stocked, you'll find the things that are right for you. Maybe we'll make a list and put it online for you. Things that Chef Mark keeps in his pantry. It really helps you kind of cook anything you want. Plus, obviously, spices and salt and peppers and vinegars and flours. And I have some polenta back here. Gives us a lot of opportunity to make some things. So what I'm going to do is, as I'm always going to do this, if you remember back from the Chef Cook-Off, when I went against Matt Biondi, I started with my list. I had my list. He didn't have a list. The list is going to help me. I'm going to put together a plan, knowing what I have. We'll cut back in a few minutes, and I'll show you how I get to start cooking on this, okay? So enjoy this fun, relaxing challenge of sorts to turn these leftovers into some delicious food. So we'll be back in a minute, and I'll get the plan going. Okay, we're back, and I've devised a plan, and I believe from these leftovers, I can use everything that's on this table and create 5 dishes for you, okay? So the challenge for me is to try to do it quick and in one take. That's my challenge, okay? So for me, I'm gonna run you through what I'm thinking right here, okay? So in my head, I wanna have a nice representation of what we have going on here. Maybe you wouldn't clean out your fridge in this manner and try to make this many dishes, but that's the challenge. So here we go. Dish 1 will be a stew. I'm gonna use the chicken, the garlic, the tomatoes, the potatoes, right? So it's gonna be a nice kind of like a 40 garlic clove chicken stew kind of a scenario. I'm gonna take the mac and cheese over here, put together little mac and cheese sliders. All right, that's really simple. The kids would love that. I can always think about the kids. I'm gonna take this pork here, and I'm gonna make a kimchi pancake. And I'll take the pork, dice it up, a little bit of sweet and sour, and I'm gonna put that with some lettuce and some carrots, right? It'll be a little Asian-inspired dish. I'm gonna do a classic chilaquiles, so I'm gonna use vegetables here. So onions, leeks, cheese, spinach, and then we use that up with a little bit of our Tostitos and some salsa and some eggs. So that'll be a little vegetarian chilaquiles. And this deliciousness right here, the Dan and Kayla dish, I'm gonna heat that up, and that's gonna be standing on its own. That's gonna get microwaved, okay? So sometimes restraint shows with leftovers. You don't have to be too crazy all the time. So that will be my easy 5 dish right there. So I'm gonna get started, and I wish I could give you the recipes for these, but I don't know them yet. So I'm just gonna kind of cook by feel. I will say that I'll know certain things will take a little bit longer, so I'll get started on those. I got my pans all set up. I'm gonna be kind of moving all over the place and kind of try to fill you in what I'm doing. So first off, just to get ready for any competition style thing, we wanna light up the stoves, okay? So I wanna get myself rolling here. I already have the ovens on. Okay. Let's pick this up and get rolling. So I have my garlic. Again, my goal is to try to use up all these leftovers. Let's get the garlic going here. Okay. Now, these aren't necessarily old leftovers, they're just leftovers or things we found in the fridge. I won't tell you the things that we found in the fridge here that belong to the rest of the staff. They didn't know we were having a cooking thing today. So some of those guys had some pretty funny items in there. We ended up cleaning out the refrigerator. I cook a lot of leftovers at home. My fiance and I, we have a fair amount of kids, and we always have a little bit left over so we can start something. But I've noticed the kids become a little bit more not as excited when they're like, Mark, we already had that last night. It just looks a little different tonight. So they're catching on to my tricks. So it's always good to kind of stay on top of. What you have in your fridge and the next plans for it. You know, after a few days, we're very lucky we have chickens. So we get the stuff out to the chickens and we're good to go. All right, I'm gonna start off here with some potatoes also. Let's get those in the cooking up here. All right, so I got my garlic going. My potatoes are gonna come online here. Okay, these go in the back. Always doing my seasoning. When you're cooking leftovers, doesn't mean you have to stop doing the way you would normally do things, right? So salt, pepper into the back. Let's see here. Next up, let's push this out of the way. Let's swap this pan out. We'll get ready in this chicken side of things we talked about. Also for leftovers, I'm gonna put these tomatoes are going in with the garlic in the back. Okay. Boom, look at this. We're already making some progress here. Man, I love leftover chicken. What I am gonna do here is I'm gonna pick through these bones a little bit. Take out some of the bones. Okay. 1, 2, 3, just kind of work through here. Oh yeah, that looks good. I mean, I'll tell you what, the best thing we love to do, roasted chicken, you go up to Costco, Winco, your local grocery store, whatever, nothing makes a better meal than roasted chicken. You can turn that around and make anything you want at home, okay? You might find this could be done with turkey if you're a turkey family for the holidays. If you have leftover turkey food, if you have leftover prime rib, you pull something apart like this, right? We get this into a pan over here, okay? Boom. I'll take this over the side. Keep my hands nice and clean. I always try to create flavors that are a little bit, that people know and love. So as they get into these, they're not saying to themselves, what the heck is this? You know, we don't try to meld together too many things, right? We're just trying to put together something that makes sense. Keep that simple, clean cooking. Chicken stock, chicken broth, always around in my family, okay? Just gonna knock that out right in here. It's almost like a nice little stew, okay? Back side, I'm gonna turn on my fan here, okay? I got my garlic and tomatoes kind of simmering down here. My potatoes are on, seasoned up, okay? Chicken's rolling. First dish, in all intents and purposes, garlic, chicken, potatoes, tomato, is rolling. So I'm pretty happy about that. Next up, this mac and cheese. This is gonna be real simple, I think. Here, I'm gonna open these up, grab a pan. Okay, my brown and serve rolls. Check them, they smell fine. They might be left over somebody, but they look pretty decent to me. Pull these apart a little bit. Get these ready to go into the oven. All right, let's go back. Here we go. Microwave. Right inside. Mac and cheese. She's on. All right, mac and cheese is rolling. I have my brown and serve rolls in the oven. Okay. Just recapping. Potatoes are simmering for my chicken stew with some garlic and tomatoes. All right, get some pans heated up here. Looking next, I already know it's going here. It's my Dan and Kayla dish going as is, right? Stew's on. Mac and cheese slider, boom. Next up, I have 2 more dishes to work through. Kimchi pancake, pork rinds, pork, lettuce, sweet and sour. All right, so I'm looking at that right here. I want to start to work my chilaquiles next because I want to work my board vegetarian first. Take my knife. All right, let's work here. Onion. This will be chilaquiles. If you know that, it's a really great Mexican, I call it Mexican breakfast food. It is any vegetables, mixed in together with some sauce. You can use leftover enchilada sauce, leftover salsa. We're going to use some green chili salsa here today, salsa verde, okay? That was in our pantry. I'm also going to use some different vegetables that I have in here and with some eggs. And you can bake the eggs on top. We'll probably bake a few eggs right in the middle once we get it going. All right, so we'll get these onions into the pan and started. I'm just going to kind of do a quick dice. Okay, cross, cross. We'll build this into a nice vegetarian dish today. Okay, whoop. Over here, got a nice pan ready for me. Okay, slide this off to the side. We'll start to work these veggies down. Okay, a little olive oil. These could be a little bit spicy. Only because we have the Mexican flavors going on. I won't get too crazy. A little salt and pepper. Salt, pepper. Okay, boom, boom. Look at a little bit of this little spicy garlic seasoning go in here. Not too bad. Just to get those onions flying around. All right, leeks. Love leeks. Take the tops. Gonna save this down here. All right, we'll clean all that. That's gonna be for our stock for later. Okay. Get that clean. And then I'll show you how to clean these leeks out. Take the ends off. They're kind of dirty, so I'm gonna throw those away. We split the leek here, split the leek here, and we're gonna go over and wash them in the sink. All right? You'll find, I'll come back and show you, but you'll see dirt in these little leaves in here, the layers of the leeks. Kind of run through my fingers through here. Get all that kind of cleaned up. Okay. Come back. And your leeks are nice and clean right now. Okay, so we're just gonna get these in. Leeks in the onion family, really delicious. Again, probably not something I'd put into this dish, but because we're going vegetarian on here, it gives me a room for all my vegetables. Okay, clean that out. Also in my fridge or my pantry, love keeping around some sliced mushrooms. I like to try to keep things that the family loves, right? My fiance, Kimberly, she loves mushrooms. Anything with mushrooms, she's happy. So always keep mushrooms around. Okay, just really, these are already come in. They're already cleaned. They're already sliced. Boom. In go the mushrooms, right? Vegetarian chilaquilla is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Move off to the side. Let's check this over here. That's my mac and cheese. These rolls are browning and getting ready to serve. That's cooking up over here. I know that's working over that side. All right. Working along here pretty well so far. All right. I got my little tasting spoons. I'm going to come through. That broth tastes good. That's my dirty spoons going there. Made a little new system for myself. So I hate kind of throwing those things away all the time. That's going to simmer down to the next thing. That's going to take a little bit. This is going to be my garnish, some sour cream. All right. Cheese will go into these chilaquiles for sure. Because they have some leftovers. This will work great. So now I'm going to start, as I'm going to see here. This is like a really simple way to do it. Okay. I got my onions, my leeks, and my mushrooms cooking down here. All right. Stew's looking good. I already know that's kind of working really nicely. Taste of that. I'm softening this garlic. Once this garlic's soft, that's going to go in there. I'll strain the water and the potatoes are tender. They'll go in. Stew's basically looking good and done. The chilaquiles part, the other ingredients are going to be my tortillas. Okay. What's crazy, but I'll start to set this up right here. Usually I always save old ones. So I like them nice and crunchy and crispy. Okay. So that's going to be a base, right? If you don't ever have some kind of, you can use potato chips. You can use, save the bottom of the bags, whatever it is. Okay. Vegetarian's going to be right here. I'm going to end up putting this in here. This sauce, whatever the sauce is going to help get this wet and keep them. It's going to kind of create almost like a little, almost like a baked, almost like a bread pudding to a certain extent. The salsa or the sauce, enchilada sauce, whatever it is, soaks up the flavor of the chips. The chips kind of act as a binder, and then we put in our vegetables, seasoning, we plop a few eggs on there, and you're gonna see magic happen. I put this leftover cheese right in here, okay? I did bring a little bit of, what else do I have here? I got some pepper jack. Maybe what I'll do with the pepper jack, seeing that I have this here, is I'll use this onto my mac and cheese bites. Why not, right? So you can always make a little mid-game adjustment, if you will. Okay, I don't need to make that many. Boom. Over here. I know the boys will like this. The boys will like this a lot. So you can make these little adjustments on here. Trying to make some delicious food. And the idea is to kind of use what you have. So I'm going to go open face on that. These brown and serve rolls are looking good. Boom. Boom. A little softer than we're used to, but that's okay. This might turn into a could be a little appetizer. So some of the little appetizer we're making here. Right, so I got my mac and cheese bites. This makes sense to me. Right, 1, 2. Taking leftovers, turning them into some delicious food, hopefully. Okay, I'll pop this back in the oven. Okay, working through here. That's working set. Let's go to this cheese here. I got a little Fiesta blend. You know, always something you always keep around in your oven. Excuse me, in your pantry or in your fridge. A little bit of cheese. Okay, this will go on here, right? I'm building these chilaquiles. You'll see when that comes out. It's going to look really good right here. I don't think I even need any of that. The spinach I had going in. See, go back here. Yep. Spinach is going in here also. Put that in just like that. Okay? Bam. Working back over here. I'm working in my pantry right now. I have some jalapenos. Fresh jalapenos. Always good. Again, Mexican dish, you kind of build all those flavors together. All right? And you're going to see this will all come together for you. That's going to go back and get those heated up. Why not? Let's go to the pantry. I have some, actually I'll save these as a garnish. I got some pickled jalapenos. We'll top that off from there. Let's see, yeah, let's go back on this side. Okay. This is going to be our vegetables are going to go. I'm going to get my salsa into there, so I'm going to get the salsa hot. Okay. That side, that's going to be the eggs for after. Garnish, that's looking good, that's looking good. Another pan we have. Awesome. Okay, so what we got? Let's go. Get some mac and cheese bites ready. Don't want to get those two cooked here. All right. First up, let's go mac and cheese bites. Nice and hot right out of the microwave. Okay. 1, 2. Man, I've been doing some real fancy cooking these days. We've been making some pretty fun dishes around here. You know, being a chef, this is kind of cooking at home, right? I mean, I could take you in the restaurants. We can go in there and show you making the restaurants. But this is how I cook at home. That's how I cook for my fiance, our kids, right? This is kind of a little bit different, but it's a lot of fun. And really, it's kind of, I call it real life. Like, I don't know about other chefs or what other people own restaurants do. I live real life. I got kids. We got businesses. We got things going on. We have plays to go to. We have holiday seasons. We're taking care of a lot of things, right? You got chickens. You got dogs. You got all the things going on out there. This is, in my mind, real life. So we try to have fun with it. We try to make it healthy as possible. We try to watch our dollars and cents, right? By using leftovers. If you can make one meal into 2 or 2 meals into 3, I think that really helps the family. I know in our world, every penny counts. And being able to kind of have some fun with this, and today being a challenge from the beautiful people at ZLINE. So far, I'm not sure, but in my head, this first dish, that might be the winner for the kids right there, right? So all I did is I took some brown and serve rolls, and what I do with leftovers, once they're done, they're done. You won't see leftovers make a third return in our world. Take that. Okay, so mac and cheese, number 1 done. Okay, let's turn it down. Get my garlic soft. I'm checking this garlic right here. Okay, the garlic's soft, tomatoes are soft. Ready for the stew. Okay, boom. Next up is waiting on these potatoes. There we go. Let's take a look at this now. So I'm going to bring this over to you. See how this is all kind of these vegetables? Remember, this is the chilaquilla dish, right? So I got my veggies. I have my salsa. And right here I have this kind of these cold ingredients, if you will, right? So just because I've only made it 100 times, I'm probably pretty darn close onto the amount, but you can always adjust it. So I'm going to show you what you're looking for here. Okay? I know when I get that little spin like that. Okay, so then I'm going to give you, you have a couple choices here. I'm going to do how I do it at home, which I'm going to put the eggs on top. First off, I'm going to taste it. All right, everything needs to be tasted. All right, a little salt. These guys here would never forgive me if I made something that wasn't delicious. All right, so here I got the cheese. I got everything kind of ready to go back in the oven. I take my pan back over. All right. And just so I don't want to kind of burn this thing up here. Pay attention to my cutting board. Okay, goes here. And then in goes back into the pan. Okay, a skillet. This is a nice one for home. Okay, pack it in. Excuse me. I'm going to make a home right here. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pop. Take my eggs. Okay, maybe a little bit more. A little more sauce on top. I can tell right up there. Just a little. Okay, make a home for my eggs. Right on top. 1, 2, 3. Now you could cover it up with some cheese. I'm going to keep it cheese free on this because I'm going to put a little bit of sour cream on the top once it comes out. Okay. 4. Right here in the oven. That's going to finish making it there, right? Everything's cooked. Once those eggs are cooked, I know that that dish is ready to go. All right. Maybe we'll use a little fresh tomato on this too when it comes time. So I just put this out here so I don't forget what I'm cooking, really. All right, so let's see. Next up, I'm going to work on this pancake with the pork. All right, it's going to be pretty easy. I just want to wait till I have this pan ready. Chicken potato. I'm sure you're all following along at home, right? Maybe you don't need to cook all this many things at once. Right, potatoes done, good to go. Let's strain this off. Use my back, leave those in here. Boom. Right inside. That stew is done. Go to the back to simmer. Get rid of this nice potato. Okay. Stir back here. Awesome. Next up, let's look at this pork chop. All right. We'll go here with the pork. And do a nice little cutting board here so I don't have to rinse off in the middle all the time using, that goes down here. Let's get at this, okay? Oh, I believe this is from Andy's wife, Holly. Her family raised some pigs in Oregon, and we did a little, taste testing with them. So I'm gonna take these pork chops, okay? Just to make it easy for us to cook. Take them off the bone. That's like a little pork porterhouse. Okay, again, sometimes taking leftovers and turning them into items that are a lot faster and easier to cut, and this will go a long way, right? I can only feed 2 people if I just use these as pork chops, but if I chop them up and put them with a little kimchi, a little saute almost, a little stir fry to a certain degree, I can probably feed 4 people out of this dish, all right? So there's a pork here. I'm gonna get rid of this to the side. Okay. Kind of leave them. Let's do them in like strips. Go through, clean everything up to the same size. Cooks a little bit easier. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Go over, clean my knife. Okay. Got pork on the back side here. Got a nice hot pan already going. Okay. In goes the pork. Get rid of that cutting board. Over to the side. Keep our area nice and neat. Okay. All right, so we're working down that last dish right here. We know what that is. It's going to be the garnish for that. All right, work here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's in the oven baking away. Let's get this with a little bit of oil in here. Okay. Just going to be bring up for a little kimchi pancake, it looks like. So this was a great one. I really love this. Having a little bit of pancake batter around, this makes life a lot easier, right? So you can always make something little pancakes, especially when it's just add water. Okay, let's get a little bit of this in here. That's a good pantry staple. It's kind of always have around in your kitchen. This here, flapjacks, water, right? 1 cup of water to 1 cup of pancake mix. Okay? Because we're really not making your typical pancake, right? This is going to go here. Let's check my fork. And I'm going to turn that on in the back. In the back, I'm going to turn off my stew until it's ready to go. Here's the pork we got cooking down. Talked about adding to this a little bit of carrots, okay? Delicious carrots. And I have the stir fry sauce. Okay, we'll add that off in a minute. All right. Okay, so kind of see working with a list allows me to look at the list. I can make changes as I need. I don't forget the things I said I was going to do. That's always helpful. Okay. This pancake batter, I'm going to make it a little bit softer. Only because I'm really after the flavors here. Again, you're going to say, what the heck are you doing, Mark? That's the idea. All right, that's the same sauce I'm putting into the pork, but I'm starting with some there. Kimchi pancake. I love kimchi. Always good to have something fermenting in your fridge. These things, one, why are they great? Because they last so long in your refrigerator. They won't go bad. Okay? And they're really good. Sometimes you're not feeling good. Come up in the morning. Kimchi is delicious. All right? I won't even end up using all of it. Okay. Boom. I bet that's probably maybe the most interesting thing I'm going to probably make today. Could be right here. All right. So next up, I'm going to get my pan. I got a nice hot pan looking for that. Okay. Non-stick pan going here. Let's check to see this pork again. Okay, we get ready on Dan's dish. Dan and Kayla's mac and cheese. World famous. Probably want to have that go like that. We'll start that off at 2 minutes in the microwave. 2 minutes and 9 seconds in the microwave. Perfect. Kimchi. Let's get a little bit of this over here. Let's see if I can find a little pan spray. Just with the pancake. Okay. Make life a little bit easier. All right. Boom. Okay. Pancakes in. What do you guys think so far? You doing okay? All right. You following along? All right. We're getting ready to get going here. Let's get these things plated up. So my pork's cooking here. Time to go into my soy sauce. Excuse me. This is La Choy sweet and sour stir fry. Straight out the way right there. Okay. That simmer down a little bit. Change this out right here. Next up. Off the stove. Okay. This here is that chicken stew we talked about, right? Chicken, potatoes, garlic. Now I have a meal. I took that leftover chicken that might only fed a couple people. I could probably get a good 8 people out of this right here. I know what the staff's eating for lunch today. The guy's like, what are we having today, Marco? I'm like, we're going to find out. You better bring in some good stuff. So whoever brought that needs to make sure they eat this. Okay? Boom. I need to make sure they'll eat it too. Oh my God. That does not suck. Okay? Why not right here? Who's like a little stew? Right? Out of nowhere. Boom. Right there. Okay? Let's go over here. Move this back over. My pancake's working, my pork's working. Let's get ready for some garnishes here, right? All right, so 1, 2. I know I have this for comes time. Make sure sour cream's still good. Yep, January 2022, we're in business. Okay, looking at, for the tomatoes. All right, it's gonna be for our chili case when it comes time. All right, vegetarian. This here. This will be for the top of the stir fry, the stir fry with the pork on it, right? Talked about that. Getting ready to garnish right here. Let's check to see what's happening over here. Okay, this pancake, you see it's got to come together a little bit? We love it. Let's check out our stir fry again still. Keep working down. If you like soy sauce, if you like it spicy, we can spice this up right now. I try to keep it a little bit on the tight side. I call it the tight side, right? Over here, try this pork. Can't go wrong. I might add a little bit of, I think we kind of spice that up just a little bit. Just tasting that. Go to my pantry here, no idea what's in here. There we go, now we're talking. Let's add a little spice. Look at this gomeji paste we've had for us, a little Japanese spice paste right here. Let's kick it up just a little bit. Maybe, just maybe, a little ponzu. Makes a little soy action right here. Okay, I can turn this down just a little bit so I don't burn it, because now the sauce is getting a little bit thicker. That pork's nice and cooked. Let's put an eye down here on our chilaquiles. Okay, I'm going to show you what's happening here. This is kind of getting brown. You start to see the eggs get nice and cooked a little bit. So I'll bring that up. That's cranking up really good. Take a look at this pancake. So I'll bring it over here, a little bit easy for y'all to see. Okay. Boom. Pancake, flip over. Put it on the low oven up front. Off the stove. That's cooking down. That's all going together. That's done off the side. Let's check on this. I know sometimes you're microwaving. Good idea. Always move it around a little bit. Okay. Doing a few little rounds here. I mean, if you could smell that at home, you wouldn't do anything to it either. That is delicious. That's what I know I'm going into. Okay, so let's put that on for one more minute. All right, so next, 1, 2, 3, 4 is done. This pancake's coming along. That's gonna flip out. So you see what I'm doing right here? I'm going through my checklist. We're looking pretty darn good across the board right here. So these are done. This will move this way. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of working its way down. My pancake here is looking really good. So for fun, take this out. Boom. Show you what this looks like. I can promise you this is delicious. My friend Josh Berriman showed me this a while ago. Little kimchi pancake. All right, so 2 of those. Okay. Save that over there. Come back with our pork. Let's check to see those adjustments that I made. Dirty, clean. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Okay? It's my nice pork. That's my pork chops that were left over. Turn this into a nice meal for everybody. You know, I don't know about the guys here, but I think they're like, let's see if Estee will do this. Chef Mark Estee, he'll try anything, right? So I'm actually having a blast with this. I hope that I'm making some sense. I'm having a great time, So go back to here. I said lettuce, sweet and sour. Ooh, I almost forgot. What I said I was gonna put on there. Secret ingredient, little pork rinds, because that goes well, okay? But I like to crush everything. We're looking for some nice crunch there. Boom, pork rinds on the dish. Next up, thank you, Dan and Kayla. All right, boom, watch this. Okay. Then we go here. Oh, it's even fresh. You can see the steam on that, right? Sometimes you do not need to mess with it. That's called being a smart leftover move right there. I smelt that. I said, that's an easy one. I got that. Okay? Turn these off right over here. Turn off my stuff right here. Let's check on these chilaquiles. We got 5 dishes left over. All right? I know I got one of these beautiful eggs ready to go right here. Okay? I'll take this little scoop out here. You can see what happens right here. These will continue to cook and set a little bit. I'm going to come through and scoop out this one egg right here. This here is literally my go-to dish. That right there, in my mind, and we made this vegetarian. It's not vegan. Okay? Vegetarian. Put that back in the oven. And now becomes the fun part. All right? So when we garnish this bad boy up, this is where you can get a little bit more fresh and friendly, right? Have some tomatoes. A little more lettuce right here. Okay? Let's go to some of this sour cream. Okay, boom. And some more pickled jalapenos. And that, folks, in my mind, is, I mean, I left out ingredients because one of the things I don't do is when I'm using leftovers, I don't try to clean up my whole entire pantry. I need to keep this pantry for stuff later, right? I still have a fair amount of these things that will last a long time in my fridge or my pantry. So keep your pantry stocked. You can always make more out of less when you have leftovers, when you're ready for it, right? So we ended up with 3 dishes, a relatively quick amount of time, right? We had the 40 clove garlic chicken stew. We got the mac and cheese bites for the kids with a little bit of pepper jack. We have a kimchi pancake with pork rinds, sweet and sour pork. We have Dan and Kayla's delicious meal right over here. Sometimes don't mess with the leftovers, right? I could put an egg on there. I could have put some blah, blah. Just leave it as it is. Sometimes it's better the next day, right? And then over here, my all-time go-to, I made this for 25 years at sometimes mostly between the hours of 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. of leftover anything kitchen sink goes. You need some juice, so you need your salsa or your enchilada sauce. You need your chips, vegetables, bacon, whatever you got, throw it in there. Turn it out nice casserole. Always put a few eggs on there just like that, and you're good to go. So from the ZLINE kitchen, from the ZLINE camera crew leftovers to their stomachs, right? From me and our family, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy celebration, whatever the heck you're doing. Have a great New Year. 2022 is going to be amazing. And let's do less with more and reduce food waste, reduce our footprint, shop local, keep it real. ZLINE is where it's at. Have a great day.